Hello. My name is Daddy-O, and I do a little bit of Ubering and some YouTube from time to time. We're going to talk about storefronts today. I have not done a storefront video, and I'm getting right now about 100 plus new subscribers a month. And I haven't done one of these videos for a while. So if you're new here, hang on to the end of this video. I'm going to have some info for you that I'm sure if you're new here, you haven't heard before because it's been a while. But here we go. Storefronts. I do an Uber rental. I treat my Uber rental as my storefront. This is my business. All right? Understand. If you've gone out and you've rented a vehicle to do your Uber in, like I've been telling people to do, treat it as your storefront, as your business. There are certain things, and I'm going to go down the list of things I did not talk about in the last video because I really didn't want to get into it because I knew I was going to do one of these kind of videos, and I'd rather just get it all out in the open so you know how to make more money if you're renting an Uber to do it in, okay? Whether you're renting a gas or electric, once you get that vehicle, there are certain things you want to do. If you listen to me, I'll help you make more money. I've gone down comments and been trying to answer comments this morning from people, and a few of them still don't grasp what we do. All right, I'm not the only one that is doing what I want to talk about today. I have talked about it. Other people have referred and commented back to me to let me know they do the same thing, and it works for them. So if it works for me for all these 4+ years or 4 years that I've been renting a vehicle to do Uber in, and it's working for other people, it may work for you. Just listen to some of this stuff I'm going to talk about today, okay? On what you need to kind of pay attention to if you want to make the extras. This is an extras video today for you guys that are renting your Ubers. And if it are not, just listen to me today. I'm going to help you try to make some more money today. I'm going to go down the list that I've kind of talked about briefly in videos here recently because I really didn't want to get into it because it is a video, all right? So here we go. I rent a vehicle. I've also done this in my personal vehicles over the years. I find it easier to do what I do, making more money. Now, let me go ahead and get this up front because I've had to say this in quite a few comments this morning to people. Not everyone can do what I do unless you really paying attention to what I'm talking about, all right? So let's understand this. I make more money than the average Uber driver does. I'm an Uber X, all right? I'm not an XL. I'm not any of those guys, okay? That's a different league. That's a different area to work Uber. There are a lot more Uber X's, and that's what I basically do, and that's what I'm going to talk about, how to help you guys make more money doing your rideshare stuff, okay? So let's get into it. There are certain things that once you've got that vehicle to go out and make money, here's what I do. Now I'm gonna say it in that preference, okay? This is what I do, and I do it on every ride. I don't care who I'm picking up. It gets to be where it's what you do. You understand it. Once you see it working, you'll play the game. It's a game to me. It's like playing a video game. I treat it the same way as if I'm playing a game that way, okay? I've talked about this in videos before. It's showtime. When people get in your vehicle, it's showtime, all right? Some people can do it. Some people can't. I understand that. And that's why I get comments the way I do, because people can't do what some of us can do, okay? I run my mouth real well, all right? And that helps a lot. So if you're one of those guys that has a hard time communicating or socializing, it could be a little rough for you. I'm going to get it up front to you. You may have a hard time doing what I do and what some of the other people do. But let's just go down the system so that you'll know it. If you're new here, let's talk about it. When you have a new car, the rental car, you have a leg up on the guys that are still driving vehicles that are 4, 5, 6, 7 years old. First impressions. All right, we're talking about the extras today and your storefront. Treat this as your business, okay? Keep it clean. Keep your storefront clean. Just like a business does. You walk into a retail store, you don't want to see stuff laying around the floors. You don't want to see it dirty. This is impressions that we're making today, okay? This is the impressions and how you make this extra money. So hang with it. Impressions. The car's new when you're renting. Leg up on the other guys. They get in your vehicle. It's clean. Leg up on a lot of other guys. I hear comments from a lot of people. You've got a leg up already. You've got a clean vehicle. You've impressed them with that. The first thing that happens when someone gets in your vehicle, the very first thing happens to every human being is they smell. They smell what goes on in your vehicle. You may not be accustomed to it. You rode around in that vehicle for days. You're immune to the smells of your car. All right? People get in your car, they're not immune to it yet. They're going to smell your vehicle. I do certain little things, and I've talked about it before, and we're going to talk about it today. And I'm also going to let you know that I was able, now that they'll let me put products on the channel here, I was able to get this product put on there. It's the Gain Hullaberry, honey Hullaberry. Gain, something like that. Anyway, there's a link in the description on this channel, on this video, and on the channel now, where you can go over. It's hard to find. This is the one that is the hardest to find. I send my son out sometimes when he's in certain stores, asking him to look for it when I need to stock up on it. All right. He was also able to find me, and this is also on the channel now, the Febreze, same thing, the same thing down here. Now, I'm gonna get into how I use this in a minute here, okay? But the smell of your vehicle is damn. I'm telling you, if there's anything I hear more about from other people getting in the vehicle, is they smell the smell of this vehicle and they start talking about some other vehicles they have rode in. I get a lot of comments from people telling me about their Uber experiences. And when they start talking, I ask. I want to know, oh, really? What happened there? I dig it out of them, okay? I got stories on other Uber drivers, okay? But this here really works for your smell, all right? You've got that out of the way. You clean, you smell, you got a new car. If you're using your personal car, do the same things. Keep it clean. Keep it smelling good. You've got a leg up on a lot of other drivers out here that are not doing what I'm talking about. All right, and this is the biggest complaint I hear a lot about is the smell, and some drivers too. But the next thing I do, and this is, to me, is very important, because the next thing I'm gonna get in after this is the killer. All right, so hanging with the step 4 here is the one that really puts it all together. Is the music. I hear people get in the vehicle, and they'll still tell me about music other drivers have played, and they either liked it or they didn't. To you as a driver, you don't really give a crap. I could care less. I know I hear those attitudes. I don't care. They're riding with me. They're going to hear what I play. That's the way it's going to be. You're trying to make money here. All right? You're trying to make a tip. You're trying to make the extras on the end of all of this. All right? It's the music you're playing. I want to play something so that I can do my 4th one. And here we go. I'm going to play a little snippet of the kind of music that Daddy-O plays. Now, I play other stuff when I'm riding down the road sometimes for myself. But when I got peeps in the car and I'm working them, remember, this is a hustle out here. Uber driving is a hustle. All right? When you got peeps in the car, you're working it. All right? You want to talk. You just don't pick them up and take them from Joe's salad bar over here to Sally's boat ramp or something. You're not doing that. That's not Uber. That's not making extras. You're just doing Uber. All right. I don't do just Uber. I will not just do Uber. I want some extra on the end of it all. All right. So here's a snippet of the kind of music Daddy-O plays. I'm not going to play it very long because I don't want to get copyrighted. Not that I know that I would. Since I'm commenting on it, I should be covered anyway. But here we go. Now, while that's playing, I can sit here and conversate with the person. I can carry on a decent conversation. We can talk about the weather, what it's like here today, the sun shining. And that's the next one. That's where we go into the next one. When you got them in a clean car, the car's smelling good, you've greeted them when they got in. You said, how do you do it? How you doing today? You know, you start the conversation. You want to do the talk. And that's where a lot of guys, and I know that because I hear from people on here, I can tell that they don't want to do all the other stuff because they have the hardest problem with the last one. And that's the most important one in so many ways, is that talking, greeting them. How you doing? Welcome to Florida. We brought this tropical weather in just for you guys. You know, there are lines that I use. I can sit here and write line after line I have used over the years. It's cookie cutter to me. All right? It's cookie cutter. And I do it all day long. And I do it all day long. One right after the other, one right after the other. Sometimes I have to think on a ride, have I already said that? Because there are certain things I say on a ride. And I work a concentrated area. All right? I wasn't going to talk about that. I work a concentrated area. I get runs try to be sent to me all the time to take someone 100 miles. You know, I had one yesterday, it was 221 miles to take someone for $80. I don't do that kind of stuff. That's not the kind of Uber I am. I work a small, concentrated area where there are high-end hotels, there are high-end restaurants, there's resorts here, there's people moving and shaking all day long. It's a beach community. I work it. That's what you got to find. If you could, that's why I tell people a lot of people can't do what I do. You're in an area where you just don't, it's not in your local area. And I'll tell you, if you got to travel a half an hour every day, 45 minutes to go work all day long because those areas are that close to you, go work them. That's your area. Focus on the area. Learn everything you can about it. Learn about all the amusements, all the attractions, the restaurants, know what the menus. I can run you down menus on this where I'm at. I do it all the time. I've concentrated enough working here that I know how to play the game. I have figured it out. And I'm trying to tell you guys, figure it out in your area. It's easy to do Uber if you play the games. Yes, I get comments a lot from people about the Uber's not paying what they used to. They're not, my rides are only blah, blah, blah. I could care less what Uber's paying me. I'm working the hustle on the other end of it. That's my strategy. That's always been my strategy with Uber. Once I knew, see, and I went and goes, I've done high-end work before Uber, and I just do the same games. It's the same thing the companies required us to do back then. You know, they would hire friendly guys, people that was friendly. If you were one of those stuck-up drivers, you didn't last long in the business, all right? Because you weren't making the company. I was getting callbacks, and I've said it before on here, how many times I get out, someone gets out of my vehicle a day, and I get the old pat on the back. And I'll get it from the husband as he's getting out on this side, the wife as she's getting out on this side. Thank you very much. Can we get your email address? Can we get your phone number? We want to use you when we come back here. I get that a lot because I do the little things. I make sure the car's cleaned. I'm friendly as hell. The music is good. The car's smelling good. All the little things you need to do to make the extras happen. I could care less when they flash me up a $3.50 ride. If it's at a certain place, I'm going there. I'm getting there because I know on the end of that, I can get a 5, a 10, a 15, a 20. I get that kind of stuff. It makes it worthwhile to do the little extras, all right? That's Ubering. That's taking Uber to a level, and the electric vehicle has kicked it into another gear for me. It's made it even better. The rental itself was great, but once I got the electric, and especially with the gas prices the way they are now, and they're going up, they've gone up again here since I did the video 2 days ago. They're up again, $4, and it was $29. I think it was $4.39 now, something like that. I saw one earlier in another area I was in. It was $4, and I think it was $4.50, $4.52. I don't know. 450 might have been 449. I thought 450. But anyway, gas prices are going up. That's helping me out tremendously because I'm in the electric and I'm still playing the same damn games I played when I was doing my personal cars. All right, the old gas cars, but they were rather beater cars. They were ragged down, but I was still playing this damn game. Still playing the same thing that I do today. Still saying the same lines I used back then. All right. It's not hard to do. Just go for the extras. Go for the gold. All right. You guys have a good afternoon, good evening, and Daddy-o out for the day. Have a good one, guys. Bye.